Hello, my name is Javier Telechea. First of all, I want to thank Bernardo and Ernst from Hockey Today. I really think that the job you are doing to promote hockey, it's amazing. I really believe in sharing the knowledge, and that's why I was really happy that you offered me to give this presentation. And also because, yeah, right now I'm the one giving the presentation, but when I'm not doing it, I will be listening to everybody and trying to learn. I think that's the way to go, to keep learning every day from everybody. And of course, if we have the amazing people that you are putting today, it's a pleasure to be part of it. And I see my name between some of the guys here, and I don't understand what I'm doing, but still I will share my presentation. Um, I like doing these kind of presentations because I think I try to take it like a challenge to develop a new topic. Defensive diamonds, the diamonds is something I use all the time when we are defending in zone, of course. And I think that I had never really taken the time to really go in depth in the subject and really see why the diamond, how to use it, when to use it, how to move it. So yeah, I really like to do it. I really like to share. I really hope somebody finds it useful somewhere and they can get some ideas from here. And at the same time, I'm doing this because I will use it for my teams in the future. So it's a challenge. It's to sit down to really analyze videos, to really analyze my own videos, to see what we are doing, what we can do better, and also talking to friends, telling them what they think, discussing, and it's all the time, like I said, it's all the time about trying to learn and trying to become a bit better. So as I said, this is my topic, defensive diamonds. First of all, when we are defending, okay, in my opinion, usually we are going to have a diamond shape in all the field. If you are looking at any game and you start looking for diamonds, you will find them all over the place. In defense, when a forward is pressing, in the structure of a press, you already can find many diamonds, most of them. So I think it's a very important topic, and at the same time, I think that most of the time is happening just naturally that we get to these shapes, and it's not that we are forcing it or that we are really saying, okay, we go to diamonds because of the following. So that was a bit the objective of my presentation. Try to look for that why diamonds and try to really go in depth and see how to use them, better, what we can get from them, what are the weak points, let's say. So that's a bit what I'm going to try to show you during the presentation. As I said, for me, the most important part of all is start with the why. Okay, why we try to use a diamond. I call it a smaller unit of a zonal defense. It's a unit of 4 players. To have a diamond, you need at least 4 players. And when you're doing a zone, and if you have 4 players in a good structure, personally, I feel with 4 players in a diamond, you can stop most of the attacks you can receive, especially when you are with less numbers. That is the challenge. Let's say when they are in a counter attack, for example, they have more numbers. I really believe if you have a diamond and if you know how to work with that diamond, you can protect your goal and at least delay. Why I mean delay? If we have with less numbers, I want to slow down the attack until I can have more players from my team coming back. That's a bit the challenge, let's say, the idea. And of course, that's why when I'm attacking, I always want to keep a diamond in the back. Okay, this is part of my attacking principles. When we are attacking, my team always know that we need to have a diamond. And this is important for me because I've seen many coaches that say, okay, we need to, when we attack, we can only attack with 4 players and we keep 6 in the back, or we keep 5, or we keep 4. And for me, it's not only about how many players, but in which structure. That's why I talk about a diamond and I don't talk about keeping 4 players. It has to be a good shape that will help us slowing down the attacks. This is just an example. This is our principle in Leuven, the one we established. Okay, how we want to be ready when we are attacking in case we lose the ball. First of all, we want to have a player that we call the guard. That is the player that is 5 to 10 meters behind the ball. Why? If we lose it, that's the first player to put pressure and slow down. Then we want to have our lines together, so we don't want our defenders to be 50 meters behind. That happens a lot, unfortunately. And finally, of course, as we said before, I want to have a diamond. Okay, so this is more or less a structure that when we are attacking, we are looking for. And I will show 2 clips from my club. This is Leuven. We are the Whites. The first example is a really bad example. Okay, we are losing the ball at this moment. And as you can see, in the moment we lose the ball, I think our structure is really, really bad. Okay, we have first of all 3 defenders that are very far away. We have no center mid that would normally be the guy closing the diamond. Okay, because with this structure, if you have one guy here, it could be quite okay. But right now, as you don't have nobody closing that diamond, you have all this yellow space for the other team to attack. This for sure will end up in trouble. As soon as they are able to get the ball in this space and speed up, then it's really hard to stop a counter attack where they have all the pitch to run with space. It's really, really difficult, okay? And in the end, I think we were really, really lucky that this didn't finish in a goal. But for sure, because of how we defended, this could have been a goal easily, okay? At the same time, I want to show another example in exactly the same game. Okay, we are attacking on the right side. We lost the ball at this point, but at this exact point where we lose the ball, we are having the player in front of the ball, 5 meters behind, that's our guard. Okay, so he will be the first one to put pressure. He's going to try to take them to the outside so they cannot use all the space of the pitch. And at the same time, we have our diamond that is really clear. Okay, so what's going on after this? Our guard makes a good effort, 2 steps to the left, so he's trying to force them to play to the outside. They play to the outside, and once they play outside, we have our diamond ready to put pressure. One guy put pressure, the other 3 are repositioning behind, and in the end, we end up getting the ball. Okay. Of course, as I said before, you make a diamond doesn't mean you will stop every counter attack. No, of course, there is still a big risk every time you lose the ball. But as I said, for me, it's about feeling comfortable and feeling this is more or less enough so we can attack with the rest of the team and we can be confident enough that if we lose the ball, we still have a good structure. Not only a good structure, but we know how to behave those guys in the diamond in order to stop an attack. So how we need to behave, I think this is a bit the fun part of this and what I try to develop a bit more. So as I said before, first of all, we try to adopt the shape of a diamond. Player number 1, of course, player putting pressure on the ball. Player number 2, player in the left foot of the top player. Actually, sorry, the first player is defending the hot line, okay? Normally maybe a bit more to his left, so he's channeling to the outside in this case. Player number 3 defending the right side of the top. And player number 4, okay, I call it the safety player, let's say, is the one closing the diamond. And he's the guy that is normally, first of all, the safety. Why? Because in case there's a ball that goes through and the top player cannot stop it, we always have this guy ready to fix that problem. And also, I think this guy is in charge of talking to the rest. Okay, for these situations, the communication is one of the most important things, and always the communication has to come from the back forward. Why? The player number 4 here is looking at his 3 teammates. These guys cannot look at him, so he's the one that should be leading in this case. Maybe number 2 can also speak a bit, but number 4 is the one here that should be talking to keep the structure and try to, as you can see in the image, for what we are trying to, the priority is to defend our goal, our hot line, and then if they pass outside, it's not the most important thing, but try to defend this line in particular. Now, when it's a picture like this, it's really beautiful, it looks really simple. Where are the tricky parts? When they make a pass, for example, okay, now we have the ball here. That's the new hotline. How we are going to defend this guy now? And of course, we have 2 choices. Number 1 would be our same top player keeps putting pressure on the ball and the rest adjust behind him. Okay, so we still have this diamond, player on the left side, player on the right side, safety player. That would be the first option. And our second option would be that a different player is the one putting pressure on the ball and that we are adjusting behind him. So now we have a new role. Number 2 is now the top. Number 3 is now the safety. Number 4 is in the left. Number 1 is in the right. In this image in particular, there's a lot of movement, but okay, normally will not be like this, probably. Okay. Now, which one is best, to move the top or to change player? My personal opinion, this is personal of course, I want the guy closer to the guy receiving the ball to be the one putting pressure. Why? Because I want him with less time to be able to look for a pass, to look if somebody's free. As soon as he receives the ball, I want a player, the one closer, to put pressure so he cannot even look up, and the rest